Good Tuesday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV. Wow, the driveway is getting empty. The compound is thinning out. Oh my goodness. Hey, good Tuesday morning there. Nice morning here, not too hot, not too humid. A little overcast. That's probably what's kind of keeping a little bit of coolness here. And over from the house to what used to be the car lot. Some neighbors used to think I was in the car mechanic business, that I was actually just fixing cars. I'm not lying. Some neighbors are like, those are all your cars? They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. Hey, get down. Get down there. They're scratching the car up. Here is the Chevy Camaro sitting in the garage. So yeah, we really have thinned it out. A year later, I've accomplished my goal of getting rid of all these vehicles, with the exception of the motorcycles. I mean, if just a few more motorcycles were gone, then I'd be pretty content that I've accomplished what I need to do to get the cash flow back, to get things back in order. So here it is, the Super Bee. Look at this here. This is the Graveyard's car shirt, the contest I entered to win $100,000 or get a really cool Mopar. Now, which Dodge vehicle is that? Do you even know? Do you see that? It's the Super Bee. Is that the Coronet? Is that the Charger? What is that there, everybody? Do you even know what it is? I don't know if I can get a shot for you. So what is that? So, Graveyard's car, Mark Harmon likes to do. He's a very, I believe his name is Mark Harmon. He's a very smart guy. He definitely is very talented. He has a hell of a gig. If you're a Mopar enthusiast and want to get your car restored, he's the guy you go to. But the guy has a waiting list. I honestly think with all the, he's out there in Washington State, I think. But I think if you want to get your car done, I honestly would be willing to say, he'd probably say, I just don't think I can do it. I think you're going to wait in 5 years. Because he's so detailed to the T of making an older car look brand new again, like he came off the factory line, that it's incredible. Here's the dogs. What are they doing? Puppies! Come on back. Come on back here. So really cool. So he's got a contest. I think it's August. I think it's the end of this month. He finds out. I mean, you find out who won the $100,000, or you get his. I thought it was like a CUDA. I'm not even sure what car it is. So once again, he's a really good guy, but he's weird. He's a goofy guy. I think he's the type of guy. It'd be very challenging. Come on, Will. Very challenging for you to work for him, because he just is always mouthing off. And once again, I think his name's, is it Mark Harmon? I don't know. I mean, I watched the show, but I'm not like a big time guy. But here's another Dukes of Hazzard thing. So anyways, here we are. What a day yesterday. What a weekend. I mean, if you look at my schedule, I think it was Friday. I could be wrong. I think it was Friday, the Street Glide went bye-bye. And then then on Sunday, the race truck went bye-bye. And then yesterday, the lightning truck went bye-bye. So I've had 3 repossessions. Think about that. I've had 3 repossessions in basically 4 days. And a year later, I haven't counted it yet, but I think I'm at 12 repossessions. The bike may make it 13. Maybe. I'm not sure on that. I really have to get out my book. And I mean, there's so many deficiency notices, I can't even keep track of them. Where at some point, I always have to call Ford and say, look, you're just going to have to set up one account where I just dish money into one account and you disperse the monies between all the deficiencies. And I've talked about this in great length the last few days. All because Ronaldo kind of got me thinking a little differently. At first, I was like many here laughing, thinking, really? You really think I can go sue the dealerships and the finance companies and Ford for what happened to me? I mean, I don't. I don't think I can. And I think people get mixed up in my conversation when I'm talking because, no, I don't think I would ever have success. It'd have to be a class action lawsuit. What you're hearing from me is it would seem to make more sense that the auto industry would be forced to change the way it does business. But it's incredible how many out there support the way the auto industry currently does business, and they don't think there's anything wrong with it. And that's what I'm very surprised is that so many think like, oh, it's government overreach, and you're just pissed because this happened to you, and most people don't do this to you. I'm like, what do you mean most people? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? You're the delirious one. I have people make comments, you're delirious. No, you're delirious. There's millions of people every year having repossessed cars because they got themselves into financial circumstances that they didn't see would be the future in their own eyes, and they're screwed. You just heard the story of the Repo guy talking about a guy that lost his car because he then had physical capability, physical limitation issues, where now he's got a repo and a deficiency. So you're telling me that guy's a moron? I mean, sincerely, would you go find that guy and say, dude, because this is the comment from the YouTube guy, I don't know who you are, you're an interesting individual, you kind of like hide yourself because of your username, so I don't know if I'm even pronouncing your username correctly, but I'm just going to say the YouTube person that's down on my channel calling me out, and I'm just like, really? So this individual's now on the path of, oh, you're basically just a dumbass. Okay, I'm a dumbass. But what makes you not a dumbass? So the point is, so you're telling me, the way he's mouthing off to me on my channel, is this guy that lost his Ford Mustang that had financial hardships come to him, he's a moron. He's an idiot. You want to go see him and say, buddy, I know you're an older gentleman and you're a military veteran and you've had a good life. You're older. You now have had some things come up in your life and you just had a repossession. So you're just a dumbass because you bought that car and you didn't put down 50% down the car because a Mustang basically loses 30 to 40% of its value once you buy it. You buy a $50,000 Mustang, you're going to be lucky to get 30 to 35 for it on wholesale. Yeah, I mean, it's huge, everybody. So what cracks me up is there's so many out there that take the position of the auto industry. It isn't the auto industry's problem. It's the people that go buy the cars' problem. I mean, it's so backwards. And you played it too. So then I thought, you know what? These are car people. These are car salesmen. These are car dealership owners. These are wholesalers. These are now people on my channel that are arguing because they're in the industry and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear how they know how stupid people are go buy cars all the damn time and bury themselves up their ass. And then the car gets repossessed. And if you're the wholesaler guy, wow, you go pick up all these barely used cars, which that's huge. Right now, the used car market is a challenge for many wholesalers because people are holding onto their cars more than ever in a long time. And I got to think of myself last night, is the YouTube guy actually a wholesaler that watches my channel that's tracking down all these cars? He's got connections and he's seeing these barely used cars going to auction and he can pick these things up through his buddies or connections. I have no idea. I don't think it's going on. But then I got to thinking, what's luring this guy to my channel and why is he kind of getting so amped up and I'm hitting a nerve on him? What's going on? And so I got to thinking, if you were a wholesaler watching my channel, you've tapped into the right YouTube video content to follow a guy that's given up a lot of vehicles last year that you may be able to go pick up for a steal and flip and make a good amount of money. So this is the reason I'm bringing up the YouTube guy this morning and not here to deliberately rat you out, but you're the guy that's running your mouth on my channel and he's bragging about how he bought, this is what blows me away, everybody. He's bragging about how he bought 79 vehicles last year. And I'm like, oh my God. All I hear from my YouTube community is, you're ridiculous. You buy too many cars. You got addictions. Blah, 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 blah. Here's a guy telling me I'm a moron. I'm a dumbass. In so many words. And this guy's buying 79 cars a year. So I said, okay, I get it. In my comments, I get it. You're a wholesaler. No, he's bought 40 so far this year. He's en route to maybe buying 80 this year. So I'm very, 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 very now curious. Who is this guy? I mean, what is he doing? Are you buying these cars and selling them? Or are you just collecting them because you have a car addiction? But you're mouthing off of me. Or are you an owner of a car dealership? I know he used to be the 25th biggest mortgage underwriter, what do you want to call it, back before the 2008 or 9 crash hit us. He told me he was one of the biggest mortgage companies in the country, the 25th, like number 25 of writing mortgages, so he knows the whole 9 yards about the whole housing fiasco back in the 2000 years. So once again, very intrigued this morning. Who are you? What do? Do you own a car dealership? I guess you do. But that makes no sense. Why would you own a car dealership and buy 79 vehicles? Or is he this really unique guy that I never even heard of, I can't tell you his name, that was on like Facebook or somewhere social media. There's some guy that's probably about my age that has 950 plus cars in a warehouse. So his whole life he's been collecting and buying cars. They're all the older cool cars, the Camaros, the Trans Ams, the collection, the Corvettes, the list, the American, for the most part, all the domestic product cars, the Super Bs, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. This guy, the Vipers, this guy has a collection of 950 vehicles. This guy is a very well, he has a huge, massive warehouse that's all been finished off inside to cater to his addictions to buying cars. Now, his addictions are collecting older cars that have value, so he's a much smarter guy than I am. But the whole point is, this guy's got huge addictions. But so many people on the channel, Brett Brett's the same old story as yesterday, today. You need help. So I ever hear from Brett, you need help. Okay. That's the most common thing that comes out of Brett's comments on my channel is, you need help. You need Jesus. You need to go to church. Yeah, don't get me on that. Don't get me on that one. Don't get me on that conversation. Yeah, church is going to save you, everybody. Joel Osteen, one of the richest pastors out there in the country, behind Billy Graham and the other guys, they're going to save you. Just keep on sending that money. Keep on sending that money as they live the lavish life of read the Bible and everything's going to be beautiful. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a religious person. I've gone to church. I understand religion. But there's a fine line there, a real fine line there, saying, oh, yeah, I've heard the stories too many times. So, anyways, but no offense to you, Brett, you just are fixated on, I guess part of me says you're a pastor or you're a preacher or there's something in the church. You're very church. You seem to be very church. But I know the personal things that have gone on in your life, and I'm not going to disclose on the channel, from comments I've heard from you. So I get it. I get it. I get 100% why you look to God, because you got challenges. I get it. So no disrespect to you by any means. But, once again, back to the repossessions. Who shows this stuff? Nobody does. Nobody does. Show me a link of a channel where people are videoing the repossession of their cars. Show it to me. It's not out there. But it won't make any difference in my channel. My channel's not growing. My channel is not even growing for the most part anymore. It's just dead in the water. Because I guess people just now seen the end result of all of the buying addictions and everything else, of all the craziness, and they see, what's in it for you now. What's the end result You know, what's the enjoyment of the channel where all you've seen is the Bad News Bears? Remember that movie? Yeah, you remember that movie? That was a great movie back in the 70s. The good old days. The good old days, everybody. So yeah, so I just say, yeah, what should I bring in? Now that the repos are gone, oh, I can show you the Hadaka. Install the muffler on my Hadaka. You know, yeah, okay. I can show you the drone. Get the drone up and going and whatever. Yeah, I mean, social media, for the record, it's extremely challenging to be a social media star. And I've said it a gazillion times. You won't make it. Just look at me. I mean, sincerely, everybody, come on, give me a break. Have I gone through like every angle of sharing my life with you and exposing more than most? And at the end of the day, yeah, I've got some followers. But am I some well-known YouTuber in the YouTube community? No, not by any means. 5.5 years later. So, point of it is, the repo stories are done. I mean, there's no more repos coming. I mean, I'm getting my finances back in order. Nothing's guaranteed. I mean, another one could come. Maybe another one somebody just pisses me off like Harley Davidson. Tell them to get the rest of the Harleys. You never know with me, but for the most part, no. I mean, you know, unless the dire circumstances of life even get worse, but then, yeah, whatever. But the whole point is, nothing's out of balance, so there's nothing there in you. So now, you know, it turns into what are we talking about? And it blows me away how we in a country are witnessing the biggest explosion of probably I think we're getting ready for the bubble to blow up like never seen in modern times. It just doesn't make any sense. Who's making any money in the country now? I mean, think about this. Who's making any money right now? Where is all the money being made? Do you know? I mean, if you're a home builder, are you making any money right now in the home building industry? I mean, from my understanding, the housing market's in a challenging time. Are you making a bunch of money being a car salesman? My understanding is car sales aren't what they were. Are you making a ton of money being a motorcycle salesman? My understanding is it's okay, but it's nothing great. I'm just trying to think, you know, where's the money being made, everybody? I mean, it's incredible on how the stock market is on fire. The stock market is through the roof. But what is driving the stock market? The tech. It's all about artificial intelligence. That's the only thing that's driving the stock market through the roof. The cryptocurrency is through the roof. It's all of the what if future of what maybe eventually comes to be. So you just have to say to yourself, you're hearing that the big auto industry is taking huge hits from the tariffs by Donald Trump. You're hearing all the big business people mumbling in the background that these tariffs are definitely going to have an impact on their profits and how it's just a matter of time before they have to eventually start raising the prices of everything that's around us because of the tariffs. I mean, that's going to happen. Now, all the Trumpsters are going to deny it. All the Trumpsters that love Donald Trump are going to say the greatest guy in the whole world, and he does everything he does is touches gold, turns to gold. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So the whole point is, what the hell's going on? I mean, I'm reading on how people are having a hard time to get a good paying job. You're reading how companies are laying people off because of artificial intelligence. I'm reading that the interns and the kids coming out of high school and college aren't getting the jobs that were available because of artificial intelligence. The main drive of Elon Musk and the likes of Amazon and the other artificial intelligence big guys are trying to get robotics to get going as fast as possible. Out in Texas, there's self-driving trucks now. Yes, out in Texas, there's now self-driving trucks that are making deliveries. And they're going to be running 24/7. So there's 10 or 20 or 100 or 1,000 less truck drivers over time. I mean, you can just start going through the list of all this new technology, how it's starting to slowly creep into the job sector market. The job sector market is so pitiful, it pissed the crap out of Donald Trump so badly, he fired the Bureau of Labor Statistics head person. He was so pissed off that he thinks these are all lies and it's a conspiracy, and he's going to revamp the whole Bureau of Labor Statistics, how they look at things. I mean, shouldn't that concern us? But it seems like everything's beautiful because everybody bought the NVIDIA stock, everybody bought the cryptocurrency, and all these other Planeteer. If you bought that stock at the right time, life is good. You may have an extra $300,000, $500,000, $1 million in your account. But meanwhile, the average person is having a hard time paying the bills. The average person loses a job. They're having a hard time replacing the job they lost with the amount of money they used to make. I mean, I know people say, oh, there's a job down at McDonald's. Really? Well, all the illegals are gone now. Oh, okay, great. So you think the white-collar guy that's going to go take the illegal guy's job? Are you serious? You think the guys going to be out in the fields, picking crops, digging ditches, being on job sites, pouring concrete, sweating their ass off? You really think the younger generation of this country is going to do that? Are you kidding me? You heard the Repo guy's story about how many hours a day he works just to pay the bills. I mean, sincerely. Really, so it's very befuddling on how everything seems to be beautiful and great, but it isn't. It's only the stock market that's making everything look beautiful and great. So, wow. Hope I'm wrong. I wish no hardship on anybody else. I really don't. But you just see all the different things going on around us, and everything's getting more expensive. So for Donald Trump, I'm not happy on how Donald Trump has brought in the more expensive economy. And people will say he hasn't. He has. He has brought in the more expensive economy. You just don't want to accept it. Nothing's getting cheaper. Tell me what's getting cheaper. Are you telling me that the house that inflated from the pandemic from being $250,000 to $500,000 is now $250,000 again? I don't think so. Is it maybe 400 and something? Possibly. Are the car prices? I mean, here's another thing that really cracks me up about people's mentality. The people supporting how the auto industry works, they love you because they see how they jack the prices. And the people just keep coming back to buy yet another more expensive car. And the whole trick to the industry is they love the guy that shows up that bought a car a year ago, that didn't put any money down, that wants another new car this year, because they can bury negative equity into a much more expensive car that has bigger profits. That's a no-brainer. It's a hell of a gambit, everybody. You can't take a car you bought a year ago that you put no money down, and you probably took the 45-day to 60-day first payment plan, so you probably only paid in 9 or 10 months on the car, so your $50,000 car is going to come in at maybe 38 trade, maybe. You probably still owe you realize you're not between tax and tags, you probably bought the back-end fees, blah, 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 the interest rates. So I would say very conservative. You still owe $48,000 on that vehicle, maybe 45. But I'm just going to I'm going to say your probably trade value is 35 grand. It ain't going to, I mean, I'm sorry. It's a game, everybody. So you got a 10 grand negative equity. So now what the dealership's going to tell you, well, you can't buy the $50,000 car to bury that. You need the 60 plus. So now you got to step up another notch where you're in the $60,000 car to bury that 10 grand that you're not going to put any money down. So now you buy the $60,000 car, but you rolled 10 into it. You're at 70. You're at 75. They love this stuff. The finance company makes more money off the interest rate. The dealership's making more money off of you because two things just happened. Number one, they sold you a more expensive car with bigger profit margins. Number two, they got your car for a steal, and they're going to sell it on the used car and to make a ton of money off of you. They love it. And so for all these people on my channel that defend the auto industry's tactics and the way they do business, you're a fool. You're the moron, you're the delusional one, and you're the dumbass because you're supporting an industry that is not backing down, that is making everything more expensive, and you suffer the consequences for the deals being pushed on you. And it cracks me up. What is the biggest thing of intimidation at a car dealership? It's car salesmen. Why? Why do women why do women say, I really don't want to go to a car dealership? Because they feel like they're being pressured by a car salesman. So these people on my channel that make these comments that the car salesman had nothing to do with you buying a car, are you kidding me? You're delusional. You're the delusional one. You're the one that's lost. You don't know. You know what I mean? You can't challenge me. You know why you can't challenge me? Because I've bought more cars than anybody that I know that's not a wholesaler, or maybe this YouTube guy. I've bought 700 cars in my lifetime. How many have you bought? How many have you bought? But my guess is this guy's buying all the used cars. But I have no idea. This makes no sense if this person made a comment on my channel that he bought. It could be a she. I don't know. Maybe this is a she. I have no idea. And it. I have no idea who the hell you are. You bought 79 vehicles. Why? What are you doing with them? But I don't think that conversation will, this person's not going to share that. They won't do it. Why? Why would they do it? Why? I'm the only fool that shares every little bit of detail of my whole life where I can have others come back and nitpick me. Yeah, right. And some people you get all revved up. Well, sometimes the nitpicking gets old, but I share everything. That's the thing. And I even told this individual last night that I think I'm going to ban you because I don't think you're being honest. And you know what? I think that's going to be a protocol from this point on my channel. For those subscribers that are liars and not honest, I'm going to ban you. I am. I go out of my way to share with you the facts and truths of who I am. The wife puts a little bit of a leash on that to a degree. But I am very upfront and honest and tell you the things and the way they are. And so for the record, for those YouTubers that subscribe to my channel, that you come here just to make lies, I'm banning you. You're banned. I don't want you on my channel. Because I'm exposing myself like nobody ever would. And that being the case, why is it fair you get to lie to me? And there's other YouTubers out there that make comments too, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Here we are. Supposedly went to his cousin's shop and they did brake, rotors, and tires. And he didn't get back until late yesterday evening. So I'm very curious. I said, are you going to be able to make it back into work tomorrow? So there's his Honda Civic. Did you do it? Nah. I know. You're like, forget it, right? You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. I got the parts though. But you didn't buy the tires, right? You really need new tires. Huh? You really need new tires? I do. Come on. Who's selling you on this? Myself. I don't think you do, man. But whatever. I can't be a guy to speak for spending money.
This tire's newer than all the other ones.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, the other ones are messed up. That's why.
All right. Okay. Well, he's on a mission to get his car to be safer, so I guess that's a good thing. But I got to go, Brian, so we're going to work. So everybody, that's it. I'm going to shut the hell up. So everybody has a great, blessed day after me mouthing off on you. Yeah, so don't take it too personal there, all you subscribers. God bless. Have a good day.